Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play on Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. Well, last time we left off, we had fought a dragon and we had beaten it back to its cave, which we are now going to visit in an attempt to murder said dragon. I'm sure Ike will have something to say about this in a good way. He too loves murdering dragons. It's his pastime, his favorite pastime in fact.
Keltalis' lair was indeed impossible to miss, as would stand to reason, for any space capable of containing a dragon must be enormous. The lair's maw, a black triangle cut out of a vast plain of snow, loomed from afar. Confirming the dragon's presence was the powerful odor emanating from it, one of sulfur and blood.
Well then,
Gascon said,
ready to become a legendary dragon slayer?
Yes.
My father oft said, never should you count pelts till the hunt is through.
Meve said, dismounting her horse.
It's all the more true when you hunt dragons. He's wounded, yes, but one puff of flame, and we shall be not legends but corpses. Leave all thoughts of foolhardy bravery behind.
The Lyrians crept across the dragon's threshold. They walked single file, shields raised, watched by bats hanging from the ceiling. Keltalis lay curled up on a bed of diamonds and gold coins turned red from his blood. Seeing how he strained merely to lift his massive head, Meve knew the dragon no longer posed any threat.
Come to finish what your poison began?
The monster croaked hoarsely.
Fine. Do it then.
Keltalis turned over, exposing his vulnerable underbelly, and waited calmly for the fatal blow.
Ah, God. Ike is gonna hate me if I don't kill it. I kinda wanna talk to it. Can I talk to it and still kill it afterwards? I really want to talk to it.
Wait,
Meve said, dropping her sword.
what poison?
Keltalis laughed while squeezing his bleeding side in pain.
So they didn't tell you? Lousy munchkins.
Hey! Watch your tongue!
Gabor yelled.
Sides! I didn't ken anything about it.
Keltalis looked the Lyrians over mistrustfully with his snake-like eyes, then began to tell his tale. The caravan Meve had met on the road was different to the others. This time, Keltalis's meat had been pickled in a special brine, one spiked with poison. As the dragon lay curled up in pain, Ferenc dwarves entered his lair and smashed his eggs.
So if I understand correctly,
Meve interrupted.
you're female?
Correct. Same as you.
As if on command, all Lyrian eyes turned to Gabor.
Don't you look at me! We didn't peek under his, its tail.
If I may,
Reynard interjected.
these revelations about Keltalis' sex are undeniably fascinating. But I'm more curious why the Ferences stooped to such a dishonorable deed.
That's easy enough to guess.
Meve said.
They were afraid the dragon would soon demand more tribute to feed its young. So they decided to strike preemptively.
A wise and noble deed.
Ache cried.
Evil must always be nipped in the bud.
To the Ferences' misfortune, they delivered too small a dose of poison. Infuriated at the sight of the broken eggs, the dragon gathered its strength and flew to the nearest town. Meve saw for herself what happened then. And now it was up to her to decide how this story would end. The dragon had killed dozens, perhaps even hundreds, but had been provoked first by the dwarves' heartless cruelty. Did it thus deserve death or mercy?
Okay, so thing is, I feel like even though it was provoked, and obviously the dwarves are really in the wrong here. Like, I'm not going to deny that. They just killed a bunch of its children. You have to also look back further and see that this dragon came here and demands tribute every single week, taking more and more and more and more and more money, or whatever. So I kind of feel like, you know, as bad as what I feel like both should be punished, but the dragon should also be punished. Well, not necessarily punished, just, you know, fucking executed. Also, Ike will love me if I execute it, so I'm just gonna kill it, I think. Because I feel like... Oh, God. Having a dragon as an ally could be a pretty good fucking thing, though, couldn't it? Yeah, we need some Nilfgaardians killed. Can we call the dragon? I mean... Nah, I'll kill it, but I'm half tempted. I'm pretty sure that if I chose this, though, it's not like I would get a dragon. I probably would get a card, but maybe not a very good one.
I understand your pain,
Meve said.
but nothing can justify the massacre you wrought.
Nothing? And what would you have done in my place?
Snorted the dragon.
Pen a letter of complaint to Elder-in-Chief Oak? They killed my children?
I'd have done the same.
The Queen replied, not hesitating a moment.
I'd have sought revenge, knowing what punishment I'd earn.
The monster looked Meve in the eyes a long while, then dropped its head.
I have no more strength to fight. I have no more reason to fight. Do as you see fit.
Oh my god, I can just... I've got... Why do I keep getting choices? Change your mind and spare the dragon again. Nah, I gotta stick to it.
Meve raised her sword high and swept it down with enormous strength, cutting the scaled belly in twain. The monster bellowed out a long roar and writhed its tail, scattering diamonds everywhere. Then grew still. Keltalis, the last red dragon between the Great Sea and the Fiery Mountains, had breathed his last.
Her last? We know it's a female now.
There followed a strange silence. No one cheered, no one clapped. Only Ake whispered a prayer of thanks under his breath.
That was...
Gascon said, the first to break the silence.
not terribly epic. What'd you expect?
Gabor said, arms akimbo.
Fanfare and fireworks. The mountain to quake. He up and died. What else would he do?
I am certain, Your Grace,
Reynard said.
that the poets will endow this moment with the appropriate splendor.
I'm sure they will,
The Queen said, sheathing her sword.
for they are liars.
Why do I keep saying he? We know it's a she now. Oh man, I don't want this trophy. Look at that. That's just sad. I'm not happy about this at all.
The Queen told her soldiers to gather a part of the dragon's treasure. Small enough not to bring down the wrath of Bruverhoog, but large enough to fully compensate the Lyrians' losses. And Meve gained the title of Dragon Slayer, though she rarely made much mention of it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We got quite a bit of money from that, though. I don't know about that. I'm not happy about it, but there it is. Let's have a look at what this dragon's head does for me. Least I can do is honor it by using it, but... am I blind again? Yeah, there it is. Permanent resilience. Every 3 turns on turn start damage all enemies on the melee row by 2. It's not bad. How is... Ike is the one who gets buffed from that manticore thing, isn't he? Battling monsters, deploy damage on anybody. Oh yeah, he's got that deploy thing. If you have Manticore Trophy on the battlefield, whenever now it takes turn if battling the monsters a Manticore Trophy, to deploy and strengthen. I don't know. Ike's pretty good. This thing is pretty good as well. I don't know if it's better than that. Honestly, we picked up the other one as well. Which one was it? This one, Felmer's Horn, is also pretty damn good. I want to use it to honor him, honor her, Keltalus. But I'm not going to, because it's not good enough. If Ike wasn't buffed by the Manticore trophy, I think I would switch. Maybe I will at some point. I'm gonna increase our morale again. That is some big old boobies right there. Was that the thing on the map? I could have sworn we had a an item we could have picked up. Okay, that was not on the map at all. I might actually have enough resources to build something, by the way. Judging from the amount of money I just acquired. Each unit gains 1 armor at the start of a battle. Oh my god, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I cannot get... I can get this one actually right now. Increase recruit cap to 300 if I wanted to get another... Oh my god, I actually get that right now. That's very expensive though. If I wanted to get more. Play the top unit from your deck if it was a blitz unit, repeat this ability. Oh, the Regiment Drummer Plus. That's pretty good as well. I don't care about the Lyrian Cav. What is loyal again though? I don't remember. Oh, that loyalty, yeah, of course. That's just if you use your hero ability. Grey Rider, I don't give a shit about. Enables you to trade gold for... Okay. I think I want to get this for the Regiment Runner Plus. Lyrian Landsknecht. Zeal. Loyal, gain 1 charge. Damage an enemy by... And all enemies of the same power by 1. Yeah. That's not that good. And what else we got? Don't care about the movements. Alchemist plus at a unit's power equal to the units to its left. Restrained Zeal. But that is wrongly spelled. Set a unit's power equal to the units to its left. Well, I guess it is right. It's really weirdly worded. It should be like to the power of the unit, to the power of the unit on its left or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, on a Gurren, no, I don't want that. This I can't even afford now. I think I'll get this for the Regiment Drummer Plus. That leaves me with enough to actually get this too. No, I don't really care about this too much, except or unless I get this as well, which I can't get right now. So let's wait until I get that. This gave me some cards I don't actually care about. Except for Regiment Drummer Plus, which we already have. Right, that didn't actually... I went over it with my card, but didn't actually... There you go. Remove the exclamation mark. Oh, and apparently it didn't know some other card as well. What the hell? This one, go away. Now, are we done? Yes, alright. Let's get the fuck out of here. Grab this piece of loot and we're on our way. F. Keltalus. Gone, but not forgotten. I don't feel good about that decision at all. In fact, it makes me rather sad. But there it is. Ideas. Lang Scouf, a lens that makes an object appear more distant. An object? Okay. So that's like the opposite of a normal lens? Like a, I don't know. A subterranean periscope used in potato cultivation. A two-sided fork. A double gaff. Snowshoes for horses can also be used as rackets. Booties for chickens. And a lamp derived from fluorescent tubers. Interesting ideas you've got there. Too bad you seem to have crushed your cart and disappeared. I'm guessing this is not the way to go, so we'll go this way first. Yep. We have ourselves a question mark here.
Meve squinted, the better to see the scene. Several dozen dwarves had gathered on the cliff overlooking the chasm. All were turned towards a ramp, at the peak of which stood a barrel.
What is that gathering about?
Asked the queen.
Have we a feast day?
Nay,
Answered Gabor grimly.
'tis an execution.
A hairy head peeked out of the barrel. The long, pointy nose and ears left no doubt that it belonged to a gnome. The first Meve had ever seen in her life.
Help! Save me!
The gnome yelled.
They aim to kill me! Cast me in the chasm!
Shut your maw!
barked the dwarf standing next to him, who then shoved the gnome inside the barrel and covered it with a lid.
Your crimes! The sheer weight of him, hey? No lighter punishment is fitting.
The other gathered dwarves nodded approvingly. Two gripped the barrel, lay it on its side, then lifted it to cast in the chasm, paying the thumping from inside it no heed.
I don't know what he did. Can I just ask what he did first before you chuck him out? Or over the cliff? Your crimes, the sheer weight of them. I mean, what did he do? I want to know.
Meve leapt from her horse, and ignoring Gabor's objections, scrambled up the ramp.
Oi! You're not allowed! Hey, damn it! What do you think you're doing?
I think it's obvious. Preventing the execution.
Thanks be to the gods!
Whoa, wench, you've no such right. Judgment's been handed down. Sentencing's done.
Yes, and a cruel sentence it is. One that prompts me to wonder what the accused did to deserve it.
Better to ask what he didn't do, the varmint. Arrived here with his peddler's wagon full of tricks and gadgets. Went from house to house, praised his rubbish to the high heavens, and what's it he sold us? Bombs that go off in your hand. Beard growth formula that makes your hair catch fire. Music boxes for the kiddies. Once cranked, they never plough in stop.
You needed but to loosen the screw in the back and...
Shut your maw, ye roaster. Doesn't it matter all that? 'Cause we'd have forgiven it if he hadn't broken our sacred rules and hallowed customs.
Which ones, if you don't mind me asking?
Enter the smithy, cap on his head, held nails tween his teeth, and poured fruit syrup in his beer. Raspberry. Blech.
just the once, and but a few drops.
You got nothing to explain your villainy, scoundrel. Not a thing. And that's not even the worst. Saved his highest crime for the end. He was in a mine. And he whistled.
Oh, aye, that's bad. Shouldn't have done that.
Aye, he did. Whistled. Through his teeth. And hummed in harmony, a long warble. We all heard it up and down the shaft, and our grand elders were clear. Death's the punishment. Death by barrel roll.
Well, I mean, if those are the rules, who am I to say they shouldn't execute him? The punishment's cruel and unusual, not commensurate to the crime. Can you recite the exact stricture he broke? Do what you must, what your laws require. May I buy his freedom? The exact stricture he broke. I kind of want to figure this out more.
Wait 1 minute. What exactly does the Four Dwarfs Codex say? Which stricture did he violate?
What did... How's it a wench and a human one to boot know about the code?
This human wench has a head, and a capacious one. Well, have you an answer?
The code says thus. 'Tis a crime most grievous to whistle in a mine. Any dwarf committing the cock-up shall be placed in a barrel at once. Said barrel then to be rolled down a mountain.
Well, there you go. He's not a dwarf, is he?
Any dwarf. The situation's clear. If my senses do not deceive, the accused is a gnome.
Aye, but the code's not to be taken literal, like. It's to be interpreted. What the ancient elders had in their heads, why, that's got to be divined.
Nothing to be divined here. You got to be a dwarf, not no bloody gnome.
So, am I, meaning I'm free to go?
Perchance we ought to let the Elder-in-Chief rule on the matter.
Oh, aye. Oh, for we all ken how old Hoog loves being bothered with such things.
Ugh, fine. Now get the hell out of that barrel and out of my sight, you hairy hamshanker.
My lady, I haven't a way to thank you.
Are we going to get him as a card now?
That we've yet to discuss. Perhaps first we should learn each other's names?
Aye, yes, of course. What a prat of me. Barnabas. Barnabus Beckenbauer. To friends, BB.
BB. Alright.
Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia.
Queen? Cows in the corn, colour me honoured. Your Majesty, obeisance due.
None necessary. Protocols for use at court, not beyond it. An inventor, you deem yourself. Am I right?
Oh. That was the ideas for inventions or something. That was from him, that letter we found earlier.
Most assuredly. Though, truth be told, the dwarves saw no ingenuity in my craft. Seems I'm ahead of my time.
Fiery bursts in the palm of your hand. They shall be in fashion one day, to your mind.
Oh, nay, just a bit of misfortune, that's all that was. You see, I mistook mercury fulminate for saltpeter. The vials stood beside each other, see, and...
The details I need not know. But one matter I am curious about. Could you construct a bomb that would explode when desired? For instance, beneath my foe's feet as they stepped over it.
Of course I can. It's simple.
Why then? You wish to show your gratitude? You must join my ranks. Assist me to defeat Nilfgaard.
Defeat Nilfgaard? Pure ambition, that is. But I'd have been a barrel of broken bones at the bottom of a ravine, if not for you. I'll do what you ask to pay off my debt.
Ah, sweet. Barnabas Beckenbauer, or BB.
And thus, for the first time in Lyrian annals, a gnome enlisted with the army. And though Barnabus Beckenbauer was diminutive of body, this new recruit would prove his worth on more than one occasion.
Well, alright then, if you say so. Let's have a look at him, shall we? See if he's any good. I don't think I can fit him in the army right now, but... Unless he literally only costs 4, which I think he... No, he costs 6. Create a trinket. That's pretty good. I would like to put him in the army. I would either have to take someone out... Well, yeah, okay. I was actually gonna... I was gonna just, get that upgrade that allows me to get more, which I think is this one. Okay, I can't get it right now anyway, but yeah, I was thinking about getting that, but actually taking that one card out is fine, because again, 5 of those is maybe too much anyway. Let's have a chat,
Your
shall we?
Majesty, allow me once again to express my undying gratitude.
Apparently we brought the exact same barrels that were out in the field, or sorry, crates, to in here so he can talk to us.
You're most welcome, Barnabas, but please, we haven't need for any formalities when speaking alone.
Well, of course. How might I help you then?
He looks so fucking shady, doesn't he? It's crazy how shady this guy looks. Anyway, tell me about yourself.
I like to know. No, I must know who I travel with. Please do tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm awful shady, actually.
About me? I've most civil relations with dwarves, as you saw. But is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
Why not start at the beginning? Tell me where you hail from, perhaps.
Oh, right. Well, I was born in the distant south, in Tir Tokhair. My mother was a washerwife, my father, an armourer. Soon as I'd passed 40 winters and could strike out on my own, I left the family, my native parts. So I've been on the road now about, 20-odd years.
Indeed. A rather long while. Did the South simply not suit you?
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly. It's just staying would have meant stepping into my father's shoes. Then forging blade after blade, plate after plate. Oh, just thinking on it sets my head a-spinning. Not for me, that, no. No, nature. The world so rich in mysteries, in wonders left to discover, and ways to make it a better place.
By building bombs that explode in the hand, for instance.
Ah, as those bearded fellas say, Mahakam wasn't built in a day. Besides, nobody was seriously hurt by those malfunctions. Not many, at any rate.
What are you working on?
At the moment, have you any invention you've worked on? One that's near complete?
Oh, so kind. Oh, wonderful, you should ask. See, I've ever had an avian fascination. For birds, you see. Their wings, bones. The structure's perfect. The aerodynamicism, the plumage. In short, I believe I can fly.
I believe I can... everyone's who's doing a Let's Play on this game is going to be doing that. I should not.
I beg your pardon?
Yes. Yes, I'm learning to fly. 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 You've not misheard. I, Barnabus Beckenbauer, will be the first gnome... Oh, what am I saying? The first mammal to free himself of the soil's bondage and soar to the clouds.
But aren't bats also?
Ha! A detail. This is no time to be petty. No, but frankly, my preparations are far advanced, and I'm rather optimistic about my design and prospects. I've calculated every trajectory, every force. It all works out. Just need to do a few more field tests.
You've actually put this to the test. Try it yourself. I wish to ask you... No, let's keep doing this.
Did you have volunteers try it, or did you test the design yourself?
Naturally, I must stay on the ground. Who take all the measurements elsewise. Luckily, there's no lack of thrill-seekers in Mahakam. Most eager to etch themselves into the annals. My first prototype, the Skylicker, I dubbed it. Oh, Your Majesty, if you'd only seen the beauty. Flew over 120 Ls.
Truly? Colour me impressed indeed. He must have made quite the name for himself, your brave volunteer. I'm certain he's caught the eye of every she-dwarf in Mahakam since.
Oh no, he's dead. The landing, it was rough. And then a bear sauntered by, didn't help any. Anyhow, as he died, the dwarf swore he regretted nothing. Brave lad. A bit daft, though.
I see. But the next time you request I try one of your inventions, I'd ask you to remind me of this touching tale.
Alright, see ya.
Time I attended to other matters.
Ah, yes, you're still here. Off you go, then.
What the fuck? Alright. I'm out of here. Broski. Talk to this guy.
Well, a damn shame. What with such good visibility today, too. You change your mind lass, let me know, eh? Got the barrel ready and waiting. You change your mind lass, let me know, eh? Got the barrel ready and waiting.
Alright, cool. Well, I think that will be that for this episode in that case. Thank you all very much for watching once again. Next time, we're going to continue. Fucking hell. What did we do this episode? We did this bit, and then we went here, and that's it. Another 65 episodes, and I think we'll be over here. So, anyway, have a good day, and goodbye.